Hello everybody, it's nice to be with you again. And today I want to talk about self-worth or self-value, your own true value. Some of you might say, well, what does that mean? Well, what I mean is, do you protect and support a positive value about yourself? Are you aware of your true value? Are you good enough? Do you feel good enough? Do you think of yourself as good enough? Too many people question their worth or their value, depending on many things and a combination of things, of course. Sometimes it's on what they look like, the shape of their body, the colour of their skin. For others it's what they have done, what they haven't done, where they've been, where they haven't been, how they've been educated or not. Okay, can you tell me what this is? Yes, it's a £50 note, and it's a real £50 note. What would happen if I folded it up, made it smaller, perhaps moulded it into an unusual shape, like that? What is that worth? Well, it's still worth £50. It's still a £50 note. Let's throw it in the dirt, the mud and the dirt on the floor. Not that there is too much mud and dirt on this floor, but metaphorically speaking. Throwing it in the mud and dirt on the floor, stamping on it, jumping on it. Perhaps even tearing the corner off it, maiming it, changing it in some way. What is it worth? Well, it's still worth £50. What would happen if I crumpled it up like that? What is that worth? Yes, it's still worth £50. So if I were to take a human being and drag them through the dirt and the mud, stamp on them, jump on them, maybe take an arm and a leg off them, or push them through difficult times, what would they be worth? So I'm going to introduce you now to an affirmative affirmational technique using the acupressure system on the head and the upper chest. Some of you that have or are familiar with EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, this won't be too strange for you, and there'll be some of you who have never seen anything like this before, and I just say to those people, just go along with it. It will change things for you enormously. It will raise your self-esteem, and I would suggest that you do it every day, at least once a day. And the easiest way to do that perhaps is to follow this video again, or look at the video and mirror what I'm doing, etc. So taking personal responsibility for your own health, let's begin by tapping these acupressure points now. And the first point is the top of the head, the crown area, right at the top of the head. And I suggest that a person uses a full hand. So I'm going to tap and say the affirmation. The words will come up on screen, so please mirror that, what I'm doing. I choose to completely love, accept and forgive myself and others who may have devalued me and taught me to devalue myself. Okay, the next point now is the middle of the forehead, slightly up from the middle, where an Indian lady would have a bindi. So let's begin by just tapping perhaps with 2 fingers, just the center of the forehead up slightly, and the affirmation is, I release any desperation and allow love to find me. The next point now is the beginning of the eyebrow. So it can be any eyebrow, and it can be any hand, it doesn't matter. Again, perhaps using 1 or 2 fingers. So let's just tap there again, and the affirmation is, when I believe in myself, so do others. Alright, the next tapping point is the side of the eye, or the outside of the eye, I should say. It doesn't matter which eye or which hand, it's the outside bone right up in the corner of the eye there. So perhaps using 1 or 2 fingers you would tap, and the affirmation is, I choose love, fun, friendship, and to open my heart and allow wonderful things to flow into my life. Good. Now the next point is under the eye. Again, it doesn't matter which hand or which eye, it's the bone under the eye, and it's under the center of the eye. But if you use 3 fingertips, then you're covering the whole area, so you don't need to worry about the exact point. So you would tap there again and you would say, I express my needs and feelings. Okay. The next point now is under the nose, and you would say, I am my own unique self, who is special, creative, and wonderful. The next point is under the lip, the little indent under the lip. Again, using 3 fingertips. And the affirmation I'd suggest here is, I choose to believe in who I really am, and part of the process of a positive life. And then the last tapping point is the upper chest, using a full hand. Say the following affirmation. I am the light of my soul. I am at peace. And that's it. So if you do that every day, you will notice in a very short period of time that your self-esteem, self-worth, self-value issues will have faded away. Thank you.